So hey there, how you doing? Thank you very much for checking out my videos. I do greatly appreciate it. I normally talk about Turo, OMVEC, which is the Ontario registration for sales if you want to become a wholesaler or a car salesman. Kind of fancy. I'm doing a little bit of workshop on that along with some podcasts. So I don't know if you're into that, but if you are, please check them out. I'm also doing a little bit of a series on getting a government truck ready to get recertified to go back on the road. So I've been kind of playing with that a little bit. You're kind of getting my little run of hobbies and things that I enjoy doing on the internet. So again, just things that I happen to be kind of in the process of, right? Ideally with Turo, I hope to put that into a series, 12 podcasts on kind of how to start. I wanted to do a 1 year on the platform to get a feel for it, and I've been running a Mitsubishi Outlander GT 7-passenger. We're in it right now. We're going off to a scrapyard in London, Ontario to pick up a couple of mission pieces. Again, because they're very hard to come across right now due to stock inavailability. So I can't get it through the dealer. I can't seem to get it through an aftermarket provider. And unfortunately, anytime I go onto eBay or Amazon, they seem to send me the wrong part, or they're inappropriately priced for what the component actually represents. In other words, they're taking advantage of the amount that's available out there for the consumer. So in other words, a little bit of gouging, a little bit. So that's why we're going shopping. So I thought, well, I'm in the car. We're traveling an hour and a half to get to London. Again, I'm coming in from Listowel, so it's just a nice, easy Sunday drive. No big deal from that standpoint. I think to myself, I should do a video, like a quick little 5-minute video, a little update in the car while I'm traveling on what I've been up to. That's all. So, and kind of overall thoughts and processes on that end. So, Turo's been fun. Got a upgrade on the software, so that seems to have solved the calendar issue that I've had for the last 4 months. So that's kind of cool. The dilemma is, as soon as I solve the software problem, I have a check engine light that's come on. Now, it's a minor item. It's a code 355, which means it's an evaporator issue, which is something along the line of a gas cap, or there's a little valve on top of the engine for venting the gas tank. So in other words, it's like a little purge valve that allows it to burp if it gets pressurized too much. So again, associated with, again, system pressures, things along that line. So pretty straightforward. Dilemma is that little purge valve at the top of the engine should be around $20, maybe $30, and around that price point. Called the dealer, it's $160. Called around to a couple of the shops in town to see if they had anything kicking around, maybe from a third-party provider or a jobber part, and there's nothing really available for it. There's a couple parts out there that may or may not fit the appropriate application that I could use, and they're cheaper, but the dilemma is that you take a gamble on a $40 part and it doesn't fit, or there's an issue with it, you've just wasted $40 because you can't really return electronic components or these little purge valves that are not returnable. So it means we're off to the scrapyard to go look. I did a little check on the old internet there. The one in London seems to have a couple Galants. Kind of nice. If you're in the Canadian market, you've never heard of that car. Because back in the day when I worked at Mitsubishi, I think we sold a total of 475 of them nationwide during this entire run. It was a very, very slow seller. Strangely enough, a very reliable car as far as that's concerned. Shared a platform with Chrysler as well. The Mitsubishi version was actually pretty decent. The dilemma is part sources, lack of availability, just a general difficult time convincing a technician to work on it because they've never heard of it. So they assume it's some weird exotic car that's going to be a pain in the butt. It's not. The V6 is the same V6 that goes in the Outlander. So we're going to go grab some mission components off that. Hopefully that'll work. Parts reference up to it, so we'll see what that is, in which case that brings my cost down from that 160, 180 mark on the part through the dealer down to like 15 or $20, which is fair. And of course, what'll happen, much like making a trip to a Princess Auto, Scrapyard always brings about other parts. So it's one of those things we're going to do a little walk around. Maybe we'll find a seat for the truck because we're still working on that. There's a couple little bits and pieces I like to find for that as well. So maybe we'll find a bargain there. So again, come up to about 4 minutes. Just a quick update. Thank you very much for checking out my videos. I do greatly appreciate it. I know it's hit and miss. My live session, I try and do weekly. Again, that's usually an update on Turo, update on the truck, update on OMVEC, and where we're at with doing the little podcasts. Okay? Have a pleasant and enjoyable day, and it would be wonderful if you gave me a thumbs up or subscribed. I would greatly appreciate it. Someday down the road, this is a PBS moment, maybe if I get to the point where I can start getting some advertising dollars, I can start investing in a camera that doesn't jiggle while I'm traveling, maybe a lapel mic that works with my camera, or maybe a fancy camera. That'd be kind of cool. Again, more people subscribe, better chances that I get that old advertising revenue coming in, which I understand is bazillions of dollars from all the other YouTubers. So keep that in mind. Greatly appreciate it. That's my PBS panhandle out. Please put a little change in the little cup. That would be wonderful. Greatly appreciate it. Have a pleasant and enjoyable day.